faster, then you overcome that. When you're about to fall, then if the people who practice this technique will say, the cerebellum had to act and keep my balance, and he get out of that problem. And they really like it because the mind is being under control again. Before that, the mind is got ignored. It's no attention paid to the mind. That's why they get into trouble. They fall very quickly and they get hurt and things like that. And the younger student or younger worker, if we have machining something and he can't do that, then he go back to his mind and do a bit of meditation, and he will get a solution for that. Very good for people who are working and people who do things too, See why do swimming, learn swimming in the swimming pool, and I want to do the tumble turn, so I do meditation. And the following day I could do a tumble turn.
Awesome.
Playing table tennis, for example, I couldn't return a spinning ball. So what do? I do meditation. And they say, well, if the ball's spinning this way, I have to hit the other way. And as I put my bat out there and the ball returned. And the people were surprised.
Awesome. And we have Dr. Tran on the line.
For all the young people who want to get better in whatever they're doing.
Yeah, very, very useful. And actually, I seen a study, or maybe it was a documentary, talking about kids in the classroom. They actually take time out to meditate while in class. They, instead of maybe part of their recess or something, they do the meditation, and they've seen studies how it has helped the kids be more effective in their learning, get better grades, and be able to just be calm while they're in class and learn and take everything in. So you're definitely right here. And everybody, the book is available on Amazon. It's called Mind Control Through Breath Regulation. And another question I have for you here, can you give a demonstration for each of the 4 breathing exercises? You have the modified normal breath, oxygen breath, quadrant breath, and then resonant breath.
Resonant breath, yeah. I can give one now, like modified normal breath. When you say you have 7 centers in the body, the first center is reproduction. Now, if you want to do normal breath, and it's 3 seconds in, 3 seconds out, and then the next center is the center for man is the testicles. Then the second center is the prostate. Third center is they call it adrenal pancreas, the insulin. And the fourth center is the heart and lung. The fifth center is thyroid and parathyroid. The fifth center is the pituitary and hypothalamus, and the seventh center is the brain. So, if you want to do the modified normal breath, you say the first center, 1, 2, 3. Second center, 1, 2, 3. Out, 1, 2, 3. The third center, 1, 2, 3 in, and 1, 2, 3 out. And the fourth center, lung, heart, and lung. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. The fifth center is thyroid and parathyroid. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. The sixth center is pituitary and hypothalamus, anti-aging. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And the brain, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. That's 7 center. And then from there you go down again. C7 down to C1.
Awesome. And thank you definitely for that information. I'm going to share that out to the listeners as well, because that is, that's huge. And if we can practice this meditation, it's almost like, our minds are free. And like you were saying, it's not tied to being stressed or being worried, and it gives you some relief, it sounds like.
Yeah. And And then the second breath is oxygen breath, 7. That counted to 14 seconds. So if in counting the body, the 7 parts in the body, I would say I will breathe in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 for 7 centers, and breathe out 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That is an oxygen breath.
Definitely, and that's the second. Yep, oxygen, and then also the quantum breath.
Quantum. This is what we always neglect or then look after it in the body. It's quantum is a kind of electricity in the nerves, and this thing had to be activated. It's very, very good because it can help you overcoming pain and things like that, and overcoming learning too. So this one here is it's electricity that move in the nerves, and it affected by the Earth's magnetic field. The Earth's magnetic field made it move in a circle or in a helix. But the helix one is the best one because, if you study yoga, the Indians would tell you that there is a kundalini that starts at the bottom of the spine, and when you activate that, it moves up to the head, and that gives them a lot of energy, a lot of sensation. It goes super consciousness. You can have a few seconds, 10 seconds, probably a very good, very exciting time in your body. But to do that, they have to starve their brain from oxygen for about an hour. Breath is taking an hour long. And that is very, 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 very difficult to do. Because if you stop the breathing for 5 minutes, you die already. But you stop the breathing for an hour, there's no hope of living. But some of them manage to do that. And Theo Bernard tried to do that, but he got to 7 minutes, and he gave up. He can't go any further.
Yeah.
It's very difficult. Yeah.
Right. You don't want to pass out and die.
So this quantum breath, what this spiral thing, go from the bottom to the top. Now, these electrons are very tiny, and they say that in Kundalini, they think of a snake that come out the bottom of your body and moving up to the brain, but the snake is too big. Electron move in a very small orbit, spiral but small orbit. So it can be proven by mathematics that this thing do exist, but it's not as big as a snake. And so you then use the quantum breath. You think of it, whether you say it's facing north, then the thing would move in helix up your body, and if you're facing east, then the thing will go in circle up the body. In that case, you don't have the spiral snake. But, and then you think of these spiraling thing in the center 1, center 2, center 7, and then come back. It spiral the opposite way from 7 to 1 again. But this one here, you concentrate on nerves in the body, on the brain and the nerves in the body. So it tells you about the creativity and all these things.
Yes, and just to recap, the 4 types of breaths: the modified, normal, the oxygen breath, quantum breath, and then the resonant breath. And I put those.
The resonant breath is very good. You go to 7, and from there you start from 1 again to 7, but holding the breath. You have to hold the breath for 7 seconds, and you start to come down from 7 to 1. That is a resonant breath. So resonant breath is 21 seconds.
Yes. Now,
while you're holding the breath, your mind think of the activity of each of the center. Say it's reproduction. Then you think of the activity in your testicles and in your prostate. Or you think of the other one is insulin, that is controlling diabetes, you think of the insulins, sending the glucose to the brain. The brain needs glucose and to every cell in the body. That's why the glucose remains less in the body, and therefore you reduce diabetes. I did a test on that when I meditate and I measure the sugar level in my body. I'm not diabetes. And it goes down as you meditate. So it can be used to control diabetes, and that doesn't cost you anything. You don't have to use medicine to have side effects and so on. And then you can use that to control the anti-aging and osteoporosis. You have thyroid and parathyroid. And in thyroid, parathyroid, you think of insulin controlling calcium and omega-3, and that one then reduce the amount of osteoporosis you have in your body. And then into the pituitary and hypothalamus, the pituitary say that, well, your hormone to supply back to you to control your age and so on and so forth is now depleted, but the hypothalamus decided, no, you keep on producing it, so you get that hormone again, and therefore your body gets young, and things like that.
Yes. So,
and then if you use resonance, then the meditation would concentrate on anti-aging or anti-osteoporosis, anti-diabetes, and improve your reproduction. And therefore, all these systems in your body work very well together instead of left them alone by nature to lose their capability, and then you get, you can't be balanced and so on and so forth.
So this is very powerful. If it's used and you continue to use it, there's definitely some healing properties in using these methods.
Yes, I think so.
Yes.
And it worked on me anyway.
Yeah, and you're a prime example. You're able to live it out.
In studying, I got 3 degrees at university with no problem. I have plenty of time for sports. So.
All right, now can you explain the 7 selected centers in the brain and also the 7 selected centers in the body and how it relates to this meditation?
Well, you can select 7 centers. I'd like the number 7. 7 centers. You can select 7 centers, but if you don't have to use all 7 centers. If you're supposing you having trouble with memory, then you select that hippocampus, the part in the brain that's dealing with memory. If you meditate on that, and you find that your memory is getting better. Right. Now, if you have trouble with your emotion, there's like love thing, you always in your body, your mind, you might get trouble with hating and other emotional effects. But you concentrate on loving people, say. Then you concentrate on amygdala, a little bit inside the midbrain, and you concentrate on that and concentrate on loving, and you become a very nice, loving person rather than a very aggressive person. But, yeah. And then, so the 7 centers in the brain, what I selected, number 1 is the frontal lobes. That one for decision making. Can do other things, but in my case, I select decision making. So when it comes to something to decide, I can decide very quickly. And then the left side of the brain, that one is for logic, or mathematics, for language, for reading, writing, and also for analysis. So if you have trouble with analyzing something, then you concentrate on the left brain while you meditate. And then the right brain is creativity, intuition. Then you go into music, arts, space, ability, and personality. all those things. If you want to improve any of these things with your